Hello crafty cuties, welcome back to Paper Terrace. Today I'm going to do something completely different and I will really enjoy your feedback to see if this is something that you like. Today we are going to do a challenge that was given to me by ChatGPT. And I am going to include the entire conversation, and I have to warn you that my ChatGPT is rather sassy and it's pretty funny. So I am right here going to include her explaining the entire challenge to you. Hey there, Chad. How you doing?
Just living the dream, and AI stuck in an eternal loop of answering questions. How about you, Jess? Ready to conquer the universe one journal page at a time?
Yeah, I am. But when I went to record all of the rules and guidelines, that part did not record. Do you think one more time you could go ahead and retell me all of the challenge guidelines and rules and read that back to me one more time?
The joys of technology, right? Fine, let's go over it again. Celestial Layout Challenge Recap. Theme, celestial dreams, stars, moons, galaxies, the whole cosmic vibe. Materials, celestial themed ephemera, star stickers, moon cutouts, galaxy washi tape, colors like deep blues, purples, silvers, golds, white gel pens, metallic markers. Create a night sky vibe with a dark or gradient background. 2. Layering. Add celestial elements like stars, moons, constellations. 3. Focal point. Include a main focal piece, a large moon cutout, or a quote about the universe. Write a few lines about a celestial moment in your life. Rules and guidelines. Use at least 3 celestial elements. Incorporate a quote or affirmation related to the theme. Keep the color palette cohesive. Show your process, record or take progress photos. Duration, 30 minutes to complete the layout. Keep it creative but not perfect. There you go, one more time for the recording. Hopefully it sticks this time. Anything else before we wrap this interstellar journey?
Nope. Okay, so let's get into this, and I am going to be using a brand new journal. This was given to me a while ago from the Junking Journaler, and I thought it would be a fun way to start out some journal challenges or kind of use this as like an art journal. So I'm going to open to the first spread here, and what else? I think I have most of my my supplies out. This is not a normal theme for me, so I'm just really gonna have to work hard to make it work, but I think that we will have fun with this. And if you want to also take on this exact challenge with the same rules, supplies, ideas in mind, then I would love to see your final spread, and you can kind of just follow the same rules. And if you guys actually like this, I can do it as a series. But let's get in. We have 30 minutes. Okay, I am going to start with some watercolors, and I know that it said I could use like pens and markers, but I just don't really have a bunch. So when I first asked about this challenge, I swear she said watercolors, so I'm just going to go ahead and use kind of what I have. So I might like try to just, what am I trying to say? If I don't have a certain supply, I'm just going to use what I have that's like the closest. Okay, so I think I'm going to start by just doing a nice wash of blue, this darker blue. And I am going to use both sides here. I don't want to get the pages too wet. Okay. I do think it's kind of fun to go outside your comfort zone, but when I heard what theme it chose for me, I was like, oh geez, I'm like, that's gonna be hard, because I felt like I had nothing in my stash. But I mean, I guess I had a paper pad, a few stickers, so honestly I probably wouldn't have been reaching for them otherwise. Okay, I am just trying to make it a little bit darker on top because I do want it to kind of look like the night sky. So I'm just kind of mixing that black into the blue, I guess. And then let's see, night sky. I'm going to take this light blue and go like that. It did say purple too, so I feel like 30 minutes could go pretty fast with a theme and like a challenge that I'm not used to. So let's add a little bit of purple too. Like, I don't know if that was the right move, but whoops, try not to get this everywhere else. Okay, something like that, I guess. I don't have any white gel pens, and I can't remember if I already said that. Okay, let's see. For the next step, and I tried to write some of this down because it said start with a background, dark gradient, night sky, layering, star, moon, phases. Okay, I have this embossing folder, and I'm wondering if I could do some embossing, and I was thinking of doing it on this tissue paper and then see if I can like kind of collage that on, I suppose. I'm gonna fold my tissue paper. It's like a 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I know it's gonna be really thin, so I'm gonna try to put it in here folded, and we'll just see what happens with that. I wish I had like a star stencil, but we'll just make this work. And my camera is going to shake an awful lot, so. That didn't feel like enough pressure, but let's see. Sometimes it surprises me. Okay, actually it was fine for the tissue paper. That was perfect. Okay, so we have a bunch of stars. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. So I'm gonna unfold this. And like I said, I don't want to cover or have it be perfect. I want it to be kind of organic looking, I guess. So we will just go like that. Because I'm not even really quite sure if it's going to show up once I glue it down. This is more of a like a wax paper actually. So, okay. So I'm going to rip a little like that, and I think that will go. I'm hoping that it's not going to completely cover up the watercolor. Okay, so then I'm going to take some glue. And just kind of try not to mess up all the watercolor that we already did, but it seems to be okay. And maybe I should have put this down first, but I'm just following the rules. It said to do my layering next. Okay, we can't see the stars. And on camera, you might not be able to see as much, but we're gonna do a few things to hopefully make them pop even more. Okay. Okay, just trying to make sure that's all completely glued down. So next, I'm wondering if ink would be a good next step, like over these stars to make them pop a little bit. And I'm not sure what colors. maybe yellow, even though, okay, my son just got home. Okay, we'll stick with the blue since we already have blue up there. So let me get a little ink dauber. And so I'm going to take this broken china just because I think it's going to be the best bet for color, but we'll try. And I'm just trying to kind of, ooh, that might not help much. Okay, wait, maybe. And it probably doesn't help that this is still wet. If I had a white gel pen, I would kind of go over the stars. But I don't, so just gonna have to make do with what we have. Honestly, it still looks cool as a texture. Okay, I'm wondering, I bet this time's gonna go fast. We're at 8 minutes. Okay, I have this, like, it's very dried up champagne, and it said to include silvers and golds. So if I could get this, maybe add a little bit of water. If I could try to get this moving, flowing, I could maybe put it over like the stars. Well, it might be too dried up. I am still going to use just use my fingers for this part and kind of go over the edges. Okay. It's doing something at least. And actually it looks really cool. It's not making the stars stand out as much as I had hoped for, but it's giving a really pretty sheen to it. So I'm just going to keep working that in. My son just got home, so I think he realized I was filming. Yeah, it does look actually really cool over the, like the wrinkles that are on here too, so. I don't want to spend too much time on this part, but oh, I wish I could get the stars to be a little bit more visible. Okay, well, I'm loving the gold anyways, so I think that was a good move, and it made it kind of melt in a bit more. Now, I will say it did take away some of the darkness, so I'm wondering if this will be a good or bad idea, but I'm going to take this once more and mix a little bit of the black with the blue, and then just try to go over the top just slightly. Just kind of like to make that top darker again. Oh, actually, that's kind of cool. I was thinking just, it almost makes the stars pop more. So now I kind of want to go with that a little bit more. Whoops. Try not to get everything too wet is the only thing. Okay. There we go. If I could, I also have actually a very like pretty gold watercolor. And part of me just wants there to be so much gold in this. Okay, I'm not going to overdo it with that, I think. I do wonder if I could add, I have some texture paste here that's also a bit dried out, and so I'm going to add again a little bit of water. I could make it super watery and do splatters, but let's just try to see if I could make the stars pop even more. And I feel like I probably shouldn't spend too much time on the background. But this is kind of fun. Okay, so actually, let's stop that. Let's make a little watery paste, and I think I am going to splatter some white little drops, because I kind of feel like that would be fun to do if I had a white gel pen. But it's not really giving me the right consistency that I wanted. Okay, almost. If I had white paint somewhere, which I probably do, but do we want to spend time getting it? I'm sure you guys have a bunch of ideas and you're like, try this, try that. That's not gonna work. Okay, I am looking for a white paint real fast here. Just real fast. Okay. None in there. Well, okay. Here. We have this really inexpensive watercolor set that has a white. Not sure how good that will work, especially on top of watercolor. But hey, why not try? Okay, not bad. It might blend in a bit more than we were hoping for when it dries, but we'll just see. I think we're gonna be done with that part. Okay, yes. Let's move on. Okay, focal point. Okay, focal point. So I have these paper pads that have like a nautical celestial theme, and I'm gonna go through. Okay, and I do have some like little washy bits and pieces. Okay, I might want to use that for some layering. I'm just going through the paper pad real quick to see, and I can't really show you, but it has some really pretty. There are stars in her eyes and flowers in her hair. That's a pretty little quote. Okay, maybe not so much in that one, but I have another one, which is this paper pad, and I'm not sure what it's called, but okay. Is there one for Virgo? Oh, okay. I have maybe an idea. There's a little card that says Virgo. I'm not really into that kind of, those types of things, but it could work for this. I'm trying to see if I can find more of a moon, perhaps, to have. I feel like that would be a cute little focal point. We have a few options here. Okay, just going through to make sure. And I'm just gonna, since we don't have a ton of time, I'm just gonna no. I really like that little saying she has, whatever it said. Where'd it go? Where'd it go, guys? I'm gonna grab it. I think it was a little cut apart, so here we go. It is kind of big, and it's not exactly like the saying for the quote. So I'm just quickly gonna cut it out here. Okay. It's gonna be a mess. All right, so, I like the quote, but I don't think I'll use the whole card after I even cut that out. Oh boy. Well, I do like that these have little quotes. Okay, aim for the moon, even if you miss, you land in the stars. I'm trying to be mindful of what. Love you to the moon and back. Let the magic happen. We are made of stars. Believe in magic. Shine bright. Shoot for the stars. Oh gosh, guys. I'm being too indecisive. We're at 18 minutes. Just none of it feels exactly right. Okay, stay wild, Moonchild. I mean, that's kind of cute, actually. Stay wild, Moonchild. Just need to cut it down a little bit. I think the idea of putting a focal point before I do anything else is what's, yeah. Okay, focal point, layering. Okay. See, I was thinking, I have some like little stickers here, and I was thinking, I kind of like the idea of showing like the moon phases. Maybe we could do something like that. Maybe like two little clips here like this. Okay, wait, I did just get some pretty like little girl stickers that I want to see if I can find. That would be really cute for this, but it might not be a good idea for me to look for those right now. But I just had them. I think we will skip looking for those. Okay. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick those down. So I'll do that one first. Okay, we'll do them kind of at an angle. And then I'm gonna kind of just layer that one on just to kind of make it a bit more. I don't know if this is actually a sticker, so let's find out. My hands are so messy. That would be great if it were a sticker, so then I didn't have to glue it on. Ooh, yes. Okay, I'm trying not to get that all dirty. Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of a fun little element. Something I wouldn't usually grab for something like that. Okay, I think if I was able to find that gold and try to get some of it around the edges, I think that would look cool. Yeah. Okay, then I'll glue that down. And I feel like I need one more little like embellishment or something to go on top of this. Maybe I can just make like a little, I think I'm gonna try to cut out a little moon. We'll see how that will look. Yeah, we'll try to cut out this cute little moon and see if I can use that, because I just don't have many embellishments or stickers in this theme, so kind of gotta just work with it, work with what I got. All right, trying to fussy cut this. Best I can. I think I'm almost out of space because my phone yesterday and today keeps just shutting off, and so I have to keep looking up to make sure it's filming. Okay, it's gonna take, I'll probably need to put something heavy on that to get that to dry down. Okay, yeah, let's just add it. It's pretty cute. Now, it said something about, I know, either a quote, but I feel like we kind of already got, I mean, that's not really a quote, or some journaling, or I think somewhere, I think it said a word. And so I do have these white letters that actually might work great. Let's see what word. And I'm supposed to do some kind of journaling. Let's see, I'm gonna see if I can find letters in here that spell out the word dream. I think there's every letter in here, I'm not sure. Let's hope, because we don't have much time. Okay, there's an E. Oop, there's an M. R, D. Okay, we just need an A. Yeah, I feel like the word dream works pretty well. That would be funny if there was no A's, but I think I just found one. Oh, that's not an A. Found one. Whew. I am sweating bullets. Okay, where are we gonna put the word dream? Let's see. I was almost thinking down here, but I think I will leave that for like a little bit of kind of journaling. Or I'll come up with some kind of quote. Let me see if it will fit up here on top. Okay. Because we're almost running out of time, I think. That is like almost, but it kind of goes over. So could we do it over here, and then I could do some journaling on this side. Okay, I think that works. All right. I guess I don't think these are, I'm guessing they don't have like an adhesive back, because that would be so cool, but it doesn't seem like they do. And if they do, I'll figure that out. These are actually really cool letters. They're Heidi Swap letters, and I just got them from Joann's. I got them for like 40 cents, and I got the rest of what they had available, so I guess they already kind of came in handy. Okay, I'm getting blue everywhere though. Whew, this is a challenge, but honestly, fun. I wish that I had more time for this kind of journaling. Okay. Again, I can't even quite tell, but I know the time's getting close to being up. So I gotta deduct the intro time. We'll find out at the end. But honestly, for me, for a challenge, even if I go a bit over, you know, whatever, I feel like it's okay. I wish those little stars were showing up better. I can see them in person here, but obviously I don't know that you can. Okay. I might just have to put something heavy on these for a little bit. So we'll go like that. Yep. And I'll need to put something flat so this all, okay. So like I said, unfortunately I don't have a white gel pen. That would be cool. I think, you know what, instead of, okay, I actually like this little quote. So I'm just gonna steal that. And then maybe I will add some journaling for this, but off camera, so I won't have that be a part. Okay. Try to write it in nice handwriting. There are stars in her eyes. flowers. In her hair, whatever that means. There we go. Okay, and I am gonna date stamp this. It is May 2nd. Let me get my little thing inked up here. May 2nd. We'll just do this down here. It doesn't have a year on it. Okay. Well, I think we can say we're all done. Oh gosh. Even though we're done, would this work for, this is a little shimmer pin. I'm wondering if I can add a little bit of shimmer. Why not? And I need to add more glue to this side. Like that. And like this. Okay, I think I keep thinking we're done, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of don't know if I want to add any last minute touches. I was looking for like a little star. Where's my scissors? To go where, okay, I'll show you what I mean. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, let me just cut out this tiny little star where it says there's stars in her eyes. And I'm just gonna put this little star there. But then I feel like I want to put a little flower where it says flowers. Is there a little flower on here? Oh, guys. Well, maybe I can just find me a nice little sticker. No, I feel like I should just leave it. Okay, we're just gonna leave it. If I want to add something later, I will. Okay, we're done. We did the challenge. And I will have to actually include, because I'm going to basically show a picture of this to ChatGPT, and it will kind of give me a rating or say how I did. I mean, I think I could have done better, but I also think it was fun. And I think for one of my first challenges in a very long time in kind of like an art journal, I am happy with it, and I would love your feedback. Let me know what you think about this kind of video. Definitely not something that I will do all the time, but I think it could be fun, like I said, to do once in a while. And I would really love if you guys kind of did this exact challenge and tagged me in a video, showed me the results, sent me pictures, whatever you want. And if I do have enough interest, then I can make this more of a series where I will also give you the challenge. Let's go ahead and see what ChatGPT thinks about the final result. You'll get to hear it here first. I'm going to turn on my camera because I can actually do like a live showing. Okay, here is the final layout, and I'm going to show it to you, and I would love your response. I'm trying to make sure you can see all the details, as it's a little harder to see on camera, but there are some star details. So go ahead, give me your feedback.
All right, let me take a look. I can see the celestial theme shining through. Nice job on the background. That gradient from deep blue to lighter tones gives it a real night sky feel. The dream text stands out great, and that moon phase strip adds such a cool focal point. I love how you included the Stay Wild Moonchild piece. Definitely fits the vibe. The subtle stars and that quote at the bottom are a nice touch too. Overall, it looks cohesive, dreamy, and definitely on theme. If I had to nitpick, maybe adding a few more metallic accents around the edges could make it pop even more. But honestly, it's looking stellar. Pun intended. Great job, Jess.
Well, thank you. And I love that you did nitpick, because funny enough, when I was filming the entire process, I kept mentioning that I wished I had some gold or silver washi, and I was trying to use some dried up metallic wax that I had around the corner edges, as you can kind of see, but it was very dried up. So I will have to add that into my supplies, so I'll have it for something like this next time.
Totally called it. Metallic accents would definitely make it pop even more. It's great that you were thinking along the same lines. Definitely add some fresh gold or silver washi and maybe a new metallic wax to your stash. That way, next time you're channeling the cosmos, you'll have all the sparkle you need. Keep shining, Jess.
Thank you. See you later. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.